getting back into coaching again. You know, how do you feel, and how charged up and ready were you to get back to it?
I feel great. I feel great, especially when I get to see what kind of team we have, and it's a good-looking team. So, no, I feel great, and I keep getting a lot of questions about vacation time, and you know, that's all personal stuff. And you know, I feel very good though, really good.
Is it a different feeling this year, Coach, than last year? Just saw the pressure, kind of number one defending national champion this year. That's kind of off maybe a little bit.
You know, there. I don't know if pressure is the right word, but the expectation level within our team of what we expected. You know, with all those kids coming back last year, and Tim and Spikes and Joe and you know, all those guys. So it's a little different feeling, but it's still Florida. It's still a bunch of good athletes running, not good, probably great athletes running around that field, and it's a year of accountability and not discipline development. And if that happens, we'll have a good team. If it doesn't, we won't. So it's a little bit like in 07 when we got better players. 07 we took a hit because they're just, to be quite honest, guys were playing that shouldn't have been on the field. Now you're getting guys that should be on the field. It's just we got to develop them pretty quick.
Urban, you said in Birmingham,
which is a huge difference. I mean, that's you don't want what happened in 07. You want this is part of the game. When guys leave early, you got to replace them. But you got guys that've been here, like John Brantley. You know, you don't replace Tim with the guy that's been here 1 year. He's been here 3 years. You got some other positions that guys have been here, and it's just time for them to play.
You said in Birmingham that you knew what Johnny Brantley could do with the 6 or 7 other cats that you're looking at. Is it unusual to be this far along? You know you got playmakers and not really know who those are, although do you have them in the back of your mind?
You can come up with a million reasons why. Andre DeBose hasn't practiced but 2 days, and now it's three days at the University of Florida. You got Jordan Reed, who we're kind of counting on to be a playmaker, has been a quarterback. You got Rainey, who we moved to H. You got Deontay Thompson, who, if he continues the way he looks right now, should be a significant playmaker. Carl Moore, who sat out, so it's extenuating circumstances. It's very unusual, but it's no one's fault. It's not like we missed it getting recruiting. It's just injuries or whatever is taking place, and we should be further along. But it's going to take 2 weeks, and we'll be right there. I hope we're right there.
Earlier today, Chris Rainey mentioned getting rid of the selfish players and selfish cats and prima donnas. Is that just a byproduct of the?
Chris Rainey said it.
Yeah, Chris Rainey said that.
Chris Rainey won't speak to the meeting.
we kind of figured that out. Once a year he says something.
It's our fault for letting him speak once a year.
Is it just a byproduct of the accountability that you guys are preaching?
No, it's a byproduct of a young guy that says, I can name some other things he said to the media too that is absolutely inappropriate. That goes in the same category, believe it or not. So take that for nothing. I mean, you do what you got to do, but.
Inappropriate or totally wrong?
Absolutely wrong. Inappropriate, wrong, non-thought out, which he does quite often. And I love Chris Rainey, but when I ask him a question, I give him a whole day to think about it, and then the next day, and write it down 100 times.
I did notice today a lot of players, when you ask of a comparison between 09 and 010, they use the word like, we're accountable now. But what is there like something? Is that just something you guys have been preaching, or is that something that come together?
They're a product of what Mickey's been hammering around, and what I've been. You know, I'm sure they're going to say it's a year of development too here pretty soon, because they're going to hear that probably 6,000 or 7,000 times in the next 2 weeks. So it's about accountability and development. Does that mean last year's group was unaccountable? No, that means they're gone. So it's accountability. That means and our power of the unit speech that we give them every year, that's coming in about 2 days. So you're going to hear that probably too. That everybody, you know, the tight ends are responsible to be the best tight ends in America. Don't worry about the receivers, worry about your position. So that they're a product of what they hear, which is good. That means they're listening. Other than Chris, he just.
Said that.
He's a beautiful kid, isn't he?
I love Chris, man.
I'm sure you do, man. Let him just go in here. Can you imagine that?